Hi, beautiful you. Here's Catherine Bielmeier. And today I wanted to remind you that you are a creator. You are a creator. You are creating. And also to remind you what Jesus brings, wants to bring us closer to an important step in our process with the daily exercises. It's really about returning to love. Returning to love. What does that mean? That means that love is our source. That means love is unchanging. Love is eternal. It is formless. It is everywhere. And it contains boundless joy. Contains boundless joy. Therefore, what is not love is an illusion. Or the mind can get crazy now. That would mean that what you think is an illusion, what you see from your ego perspective and filtered mind is not real. It's also an illusion. That your body is an illusion. That any situation which is showing up is also an illusion. The illusion is what your mind tells you about the situation, what your mind thinks it's seeing, what it thinks that's going on. The interpretation is an illusion. The only thing which is really real in that is love. The mind is set up with fear and more with an survival modus, and your heart, your spiritual connected heart with your source, with the source of love, with God as the creator, which created you as God. So with all that, you are creating. You are creating with God. You're, in the best case, you're not creating with your mind, out of your mind or out of your ego, ideas, illusions, blah, 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 but really with God together, with your higher self together, with His plan and His will, and you are not in the way to interfere with all that. You just come back home, feel your heart, reconnect with this source in you, not outside, and then you just enjoy and go with the flow of God and listen and let yourself be guided. That's living a true living. Everything else is just an interpretation or a fearful mind looking at fearful situations and so on. So come back to your heart. Come back to your heart. Feel the love for a while. Stop resisting this eternal love, this eternal being in you, your true being, your persona and your body is not real. Oh, I know it sounds crazy, but listen to this idea of today. We are today at the lesson 14, and it's really let all these illusions of the mind, let it go and receive instead the love of God, which is in your heart. Because in your heart you are connected with every spirit, and for sure with love and light, for sure. And of course with Jesus Christ and God and Holy Spirit, with the angels, with all heaven on earth, I would say. Bringing heaven down to earth, living from heaven on earth. That's really possible. And it's amazing when you give up needing to know anything, how and what, and what to fix and where is the problem. So if you come really from the connection of your heart with God, you will see everyday miracles. The more you ask for miracles, the more you are awake. Ask from your heart. The more you are awake and the more you are open to receive them. And the more you stay connected with your true being, like a little child, innocent, child of God, and full of love and laughter and ease and joy and glory. And connected, connected, connected. Of course, peace and stillness is also in your heart then. It's always there, but very often we are so caught up with all these illusionary pictures and images and films and fear films of the ego, thoughts, feelings, emotions, which all that is just taking energy. It's just heavy. It's just, it's not at all bringing ease to you. But you come back into your heart and you feel the connection to this big love, eternal love, the infinite love, and you will see your life is changing. So lesson 14. God did not create a meaningless world. The idea for today is, of course, the reason why a meaningless world is impossible. What God did not create does not exist. And everything that does exist, exists as He created it. Now, this is already totally crazy for the mind. Don't try to understand it. Don't. Just listen to it, open your heart, and let yourself sing with these words. The world you see has nothing to do with reality. It is of your own making and it does not exist. The exercise for today are to be practiced with eyes closed throughout. The mind searching period should be short, a minute at most. Do not have more than 3 practice periods with today's idea unless you find them comfortable. If you do, it will be because you really understand what they are for. The idea for today is another step in learning to let go of the thoughts that you have written on the world and see the world of God in their place. The early steps in this exchange, which can truly be called salvation, can be quite difficult and even quite quite painful. Some of them will lead you directly into fear. You will not be left there, for sure. You will go far beyond it. Our direction is toward perfect safety and perfect peace, which in God you always are and is. God is always in you. It's all really, truly. It's just us choosing to be in our mind and not being conscious anymore and not feeling connected anymore. But all of that is already here because all of that is you, your true being. So now what do you do when you come into fear or thoughts from your ego mind? You just give it up to Holy Spirit and ask that Holy Spirit takes care of. And release it and free it in your and mine and our ego food system now. And release it and free it in yours, in mine, in our ego spirit now and heal it there, heal it, heal it, heal it there. And then you take a deep breath, and all that comes from your heart, embracing what is, what your ego mind thinks, allowing it, total allowance, acknowledgement, and then giving it up, and you will sense a more peaceful way. With eyes closed, or of course you can do this daily exercise, which I would recommend for today. Think of all the horrors in the world that cross your mind, knowing it's an illusion of your mind and not existing. Knows it's not true.